time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. A surface low-pressure system with its accompanying upper-level trough will move inland across the west, helping to focus anomalous moisture over coastal areas as well as the southern Sierra Nevada. In lower elevations of the southern Sierra Nevada, there's a slight risk of excessive rainfall or flash flooding. Heavy snow is probable at the higher elevations where 3-foot amounts, with local totals of 6 feet, are forecast to accumulate by tomorrow morning. The anomalous moisture feed is also expected to penetrate into the interior of the west. Parts of the Great Basin will experience snow showers, while heavy snow blankets in the Intermountain West and Colorado Rockies with likely 1 to 2 feet over the next couple of days. Close to home, dry with above average temperatures today and tomorrow, breezy to windy tomorrow afternoon, cooler with high temperatures for Thanksgiving and Friday, warmer and continued dry into the coming weekend. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. 19-year-old Frank Shorty Trujillo pled guilty in federal court to assaulting a household member. Court documents state that Trujillo, an enrolled member of the Mescalero Apache tribe, assaulted the household member in front of his 1-year-old son. Prosecutors say Trujillo became angry over a delayed marijuana delivery and then punched and bit the victim. The victim reported to investigators that they feared for their life during this attack. Trujillo is currently in custody and is going to remain so until his hearing, which has not yet been scheduled. He faces up to 5 years in prison. If you feel like lending a hand, With Many Hands is going to be pulling up the weeds at the Puerto Rico Avenue Garden from 9 until 11 a.m. today. That's right behind Grace Methodist Church. The Otero County Fair and Rodeo 10th Annual Blanket Drive for the elderly in nursing homes in Otero County is kicked off. It's moving along, but they still need 290 more blankets to have enough for every resident in local nursing homes. Please help by donating new blankets to the Blanket Drive, and you can drop those off at 401 Fairgrounds in Alamo. Toys for Tots is collecting toys right now. Please give a little joy to our local children. Toys for Tots. The drop-off locations are Tularosa Basin Regional Dispatch, the Otero County Sheriff's Office, the Alamogordo Police Department Station, and the Otero County Administration Office. The Fiesta of Lights Christmas at Washington Park takes place on Friday, December 6th from 5 until 9. If you are a food or craft vendor, they are looking for you to take part. Check out the city Facebook page if you have some questions. The Tularosa Christmas Festival takes place December 7th. The Christmas Bazaar is from 9 until 5. The Light Parade from 6 until 7:30. The Street Dance from 8 until 10. All these events are free. We spoke with Chris Rupp.
It's about bringing the communities together this time of year. That's really what it's ultimately about. And we have decided to waive the parade fee for this year. The reason being is we understand that the economy is not the greatest, and at that time of the year, the funds are low. And so the whole point of this is to bring people together. So we are just completely waiving the fee for the parade.
Proceeds are going to benefit the Tularosa Kiwanis Club. If you have any questions, 575-430-1002. The 4th Annual Santa in the Basin is happening on Saturday, December 14th, from 1 until 3 at the Tularosa Community Church. That's 101 Central.
Santa in the Basin is a partnership of Santa on the West End, and we are an organization that helps give Christmas to the fortunate kids and their families. We are dedicated to helping children in need at Christmas time. So what we do is we put on this event down in New Mexico in Tularosa. We decorate like a gingerbread house. Everything is all decorated nice and neat. They get to see Santa and Mrs. Claus. They get a gift, a filled stocking. We have cookie decorating. We have go fishing. We have entertainment. We have music. We have hot dogs and popcorn and hot chocolate.
To make a donation, please visit SantaOnTheWestEnd.com. If you have any questions, call Mary Barunda, 520-508-2196, or email santainthebasin@gmail.com. Well, today is Tuesday. That means we get an introspection from our good friend, Pastor Johnny Walker.
Hey, this is Johnny Walker with this week's introspection. Just a little sunshine to put in your pocket. In the busy streets between headlines and deadlines, our nation has become consumed with the idea of nation building. We're constantly striving to make our mark on the world, to assert our power and dominance, and to shape the future in our image. But in our relentless pursuit of progress and success, we have lost sight of a greater purpose, a higher calling that transcends borders and boundaries. We have become so engrossed in our own opinions, in our own agendas and ideologies that we have forgotten the most fundamental truth of all, that we are here to spread God's love. Our focus has shifted away from building a heavenly kingdom, from cultivating a world of compassion, kindness, and grace. Instead, we have become mired in disagreements, divisions, and discord. It's time for us to reset, to refocus our energies and attention on what truly matters. It's time for us to let God arise in our hearts and in our minds, to allow His love to guide us in all that we do. Only then can we hope to build a world that is truly worth living in, a world that reflects the beauty and the wonder of His creation. So let us cast aside our petty grievances and differences. Let us come together in unity and in love, united in our shared desire to spread God's light to all corners of the earth. Let us be bearers of His message, the messengers of His grace. Let us reset, refocus, and let God arise. Only then can we hope to truly make a difference in this world, to create a kingdom that transcends all boundaries and divisions. It's been good today. God bless you, God keep you, and we hope to hear from you and see you again soon. We'll be back Tuesday for next week's introspection. And if you need to see us before that, we'll be back in Sunday morning worship, 10:30, 3001 Thunder Road, New Covenant Worship Center. Be blessed. This is Pastor Johnny Walker on Crazy Radio.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
An 18-year-old will remain in custody until his trial after he was accused of killing someone at a house party in San Miguel County. Jeremiah Salazar has been accused of shooting and killing another man after a fight turned physical. Another person was struck by gunfire, but expected to be okay. Salazar has been charged with second-degree murder. Now, this was not Salazar's first run-in with the law. Back in March, he struck a household member with a gun. The juvenile justice system allowed him to serve probation for a year versus locking him up. Whichever judge did that should be held partially responsible. Just one man's opinion. But I know I'm a radical. In July, he agreed to not own any guns, but yet, here we are. A state representative from Milan has retired from the legislature to focus on his health. Lee Alkin, a Democrat, was elected to the state house in 2009, where he advocated for New Mexico veterans, the economy, and the environment. He also served as the chair of the Consumer and Public Affairs Committee and the Labor, Veterans, and Military Affairs Committee. Earlier this month, he was reelected, but he decided that it's time to step down due to his health. Did he not know he wasn't feeling right leading into this? Cibola and McKinley County commissioners will each nominate a replacement, and the governor will appoint one to finish out his term. New regulations mean technology to prevent drunk driving crashes will soon be coming to new cars in the United States. In 2021, the HALT Drunk Driving Act passed, setting November 15, 2024 as the final date for the U.S. Department of Transportation to complete a rulemaking process and issue a final safety standard for anti-drunk driving technology on all new cars. Now, automakers have 2 to 3 years to implement that standard into new cars. According to Mothers Against Drunk Driving, this technology may save nearly 10,000 lives a year. Right now, there are other anti-drunk driving technologies, but those only apply to those convicted of DWI. This new technology, MAD says, will help get to the root of the problem. So I guess now you are guilty until proven, well, no, not even if you're proven innocent. You're just automatically assumed guilty. Nice. Katrina Latka, the executive director of MAD of New Mexico, spoke with KOB about it.
It's not a breathalyzer. You don't have to get into your car and blow into a device. It's a passive kind of technology. Any operator of the vehicle just needs to get into the vehicle, and the vehicle then can detect impairment.
Technology like this can help in times like the holidays. According to MAD, 35% of fatal crashes nationwide on Thanksgiving are from impaired drivers. Matt encourages you to plan ahead if you plan to drink on Thanksgiving. Know how you're getting home and know who your designated driver is ahead of time. Teresa Tenorio, the president of the Board of Education for Las Cruces Public Schools, appeared on KRWG to speak on the no cell phones in the classroom ruling and how it's been successful.
When we first had students go back to school and the teachers would talk and they would tell me the kids aren't the same, that they were isolated, they weren't socializing. That was the older kids. The younger kids were violent, aggressive, not knowing how to self-regulate. And then more recently, I've heard from other teachers, this is just by happenstance, that they would describe like the kids are doing so much better. And when I talk to especially like middle school principals, I was invited to do some walkthroughs for their instructional walks. And I noticed that the kids were friendly. Like even to me, I'm a stranger, and I go into the class and I ask them questions, and they were open to talking to me. They were looking up. They were not, kind of withdrawn to themselves. And so I made that comment to the middle school, and they said, yeah, I think that's because we got rid of the cell phones.
You would think that the president of the Board of Education would know the fundamental law that correlation does not imply causation. Meaning, just because A happened before B, A did not necessarily cause B. She thinks taking away cell phones made the kids behave? It couldn't have been that the teacher told them to behave or they were engaged in other activities. If it was the 90s, it may have been that the kids were all medicated on Ritalin, but I don't think it's handed out nearly as bad as it was 20 to 25 years ago. But yeah, take away cell phones and miracles will happen. Maybe next week she can take the kids back to the Dark Ages or maybe the Bronze Age. Obviously, I do not agree with this level of stupidity. The New Mexico Health Care Authority received $18.5 million of low-income home energy assistance program funds to help New Mexicans stay warm and safe during the winter season. This federal program is administered by the Health Care Authority and currently provides utility assistance for over 30,000 lower-income households across the state. If you're needing this kind of help, New Mexicans are encouraged to apply at yes.nm.gov or by calling 800-283-4465. As a reminder, it is the season for porch pirates. To try and detour these porch pirates, here's a few tips for you. Track your deliveries online and be home when that order is scheduled for delivery. Require signatures for your packages. And if you can't be home, see if a neighbor or a friend can pick up that delivery for you. If any of those options are not available, you can create a concealed drop-off zone for the driver to deliver your package. Police say if you see any suspicious activity, please call them immediately. And also, those motion-detecting doorbell cameras like Ring, those are very helpful for police to identify these porch pirates. Sports and weather are next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 23 games for New Mexico girls basketball today, including Hondo at Elida, Carlsbad at Chaparral, Cobre heads to Cliff. 26 games for New Mexico boys basketball, Hondo at Elida, Chaparral at Gadsden, Alamogordo heads to Silver. Go Tigers! Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies. Winds gusting as high as 17 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies tonight, winds gusting up to 17. Mostly cloudy tomorrow, winds gusting as high as 38. Your high today in the basin, 69. Low tonight of 53. High tomorrow, 70 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies today, winds gusting as high as 29 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies tonight, with gusts as high as 32. Mostly cloudy tomorrow, winds gusting up to 44. Your high today for Cloudcroft, 51. Low tonight of 39. Wind chill is going to make it feel like it's 29. High tomorrow, 49 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org. And also you can learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. Well, that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.